So it is Monday, and we're getting ready to head out. We're not moving today, which is kind of nice because yesterday was a lot of movement. The big movement days are always really tiring. So we rested okay last night. It was kind of We went to bed fine about 9 o'clock, right when the mosquitoes came in. They come in hard, a little after 9. So we got into our hammocks and our bug nets before they really had a chance to get to us, which is nice. I read my book for a little bit, which I like. I'm reading A Scanner Darkly by Philip K. Dick. I like science fiction. I like Philip K. Dick's work, so I haven't read this. I'm trying to finish my top 25 sci-fi, like, greatest of all time. And I've got, once I finish this one, I'll have 21 of the 25 done, so I just have a couple left to do. I read Dune earlier in the summer, too, which was also on the list I had to get knocked off, and that's good. So if I finish A Scanner Darkly, which I'm cruising through it right now, it's a really good book. I have Dune Messiah. It's the next Dune book. So last night, it was kind of weird. It was a weird night. We were sleeping really good, and 2 a.m. we both woke up to flashes, like a camera flash, and we're like, what the heck is this? And we're looking, it's way off to the north and to the east, and it looks kind of like lightning, but we're not sure if it's lightning because we didn't hear any thunder. And it's quiet out here. I mean, if there was thunder, it would carry forever. So we didn't know if it was like northern lights, if it was a storm. There wasn't any wind, so we're just kind of watching it for a while, probably for about an hour. And then the wind picked up, and we got kind of worried that it was a storm. So we packed up all of our gear. We didn't pack it up, but the way our tents are set up really wasn't for bad weather. So we got out, we set up our tarps for bad weather. I cut my freaking leg in a branch, like I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good cut right there. It goes from there to there, which is pretty awesome. So I cleaned that up this morning. I didn't notice it until this morning, so I cleaned it up and put some antibiotic on it. It doesn't hurt, which is good. It's not like, it's just a really nasty scratch. Anyways, so that happened. It never rained last night, so I don't know. It looked like it was coming towards us, and it looked like it was dark, but it never got closer. It was weird. It was really weird. We figured maybe it was a very distant thunderstorm. It was northern lights, possibly, because we're potentially in an area where we could see that kind of stuff. Could have been an alien invasion. It's hard to say. So, kind of a weird night. Didn't get back to sleep till probably about 3:30. Got back up, I don't know, probably 7:30. Made breakfast, all that stuff. So when we were originally looking for an island, Nick picked his island, which I didn't like because I thought it was too small. But it's okay. It has a nice little pull-up area. It's kind of a steep cliff, but we've got a fire ring and everything. And my island, which is a lot bigger and nicer, according to me, has been relegated to our restroom now. So that kind of hurts me a little bit inside. It hurts my heart a little bit that the island that I want to stay on is now just our bathroom. So I don't know. I'm not taking it personally, but just kind of hurt my feelings a little bit that now our island is just where we go to the bathroom because Nick's island doesn't have enough room for a bathroom. But that's okay. It's okay, Nick. It's okay. I hear you giggling back there. So we're gonna head out today. There's a... Okay. Get off that rock. There's a sunken island really close. We like this spot because we want to stay somewhere in here because it's centrally located to a lot of the really good fishing. And there's a rock out here with a seagull on it, and his name's Franklin, and he's been there. He's been our guy. He's been what's on TV lately. So we pretty much sit around and watch him do his thing. He sits on this rock a lot, which is a sunken island where allegedly there are walleye. So we're probably going to fish that, assuming Franklin allows us to. He seems pretty possessive of that rock. We've tried to make friends with him, but he's not a real talker. So I don't know. We're trying to build a relationship with Franklin because he's our only source of entertainment right now. We haven't seen any other animals. There are no loons out here, which kind of stinks because watching loons is fun because they make a lot of weird noises and chase each other around, and they're kind of goofy. So do some fishing today, and I don't know. I'm hoping for bass for dinner. That's my hope. We've had pike. I've had pike the last 3 nights, and pike's good. I like it, but I'm getting kind of tired of it. I'm ready for something a little different. Either walleye or bass, one or the other. So that's the plan. We're just kind of getting ready here. I'm just floating. I'm gonna head back to home base. So kind of a weird night. It's pretty cloudy today. It almost feels like the day after a thunderstorm, but there wasn't a thunderstorm. It was aliens or something. I don't know. Who knows what happened. It'll be something we'll have to go back and see what's going on. I tried. I was like, Alexa, what's the weather? And she doesn't respond out here. Okay, my GoPro just like randomly shut off there. I don't know what that was all about. I think it's angry that I talked about one of my other devices. It's kind of, everything out here has a weird personality, so a lot of really possessive, like angsty type stuff. So a little bit of wind this morning already. It's 9, it's usually when the wind picks up. So we're gonna try and fish for bass in an area where the wind isn't gonna blow us around like a paper boat, which we are, considering I don't have a lot of gear in here, so it's light. I just bob around. So that's the plan. Nick, what are you going after first today? You going after walleye, or are we doing bass?
We can go whatever you want to do.
I'll go tube for some walleye.
Okay.
I got my tube on. I could Ned rig a little bit.
Thunder or something.
You hear something?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It's so quiet out here. You could probably hear thunder from like who knows how far. But so we'll see what the day brings us. Well, second cast of the day. Oh, he got off. That's a decent bass, probably a 12-incher.
You have one?
Yeah, bass. He jacked up my tube. Good sign, man. Good sign. Second cast to have something. Thought it was a snag. We're in a pretty rocky section. A lot of snags in here. My first cast was a snag, so something to look at. We'll see what else we can get. I don't know what I got here, but he is a boat puller. He's taking out line. Try and wear him down a little bit. Oh, there, okay. Oh, come on. Oh, shoot. No, don't you shake it. Oh, it's a nice bass. That's a big dog right there. Whew. Man, he was pulling. Let's take a look at him. This is a good spot right here. These rocks are doing it. Oh, this is a big guy. Come here. Look at this. Okay. Try it again. I got you. Look at that big dude. That's nice. Not a bad fish right there. He took that white tube deep, which is not good. That's not what I'm looking for. And he smoked that tube. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this thing out of here. So, we went out for a little bit. I caught a couple nice fish, and there's weather moving in. Here's thunder and stuff like that, so we're getting off the water. We're gonna go and just see how everything is. Maybe go out a little later. We'll just kind of see. There's some big fat raindrops coming down. Just kind of see if anything happens or not. It's pretty windy, so it's been kind of hard to maneuver if you're not paddling. Like when I was trying to get that fish off the hook, I probably traveled a half mile. My stuff's strapped down. Good to go. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It might just go reed for a little bit. Wait for this to pass. So I've had a little bit of a drought today. The wind is, man, it's making it hard. So I'm trying to find areas like leeward sides of islands, stuff like that. As I've said before though, the wind makes it a problem. It blows in every direction. But I found this one rock and I'm like, man, there has to be a bass there, a big one. And I found a big one. Let me get my stuff untangled. He was pulling my canoe around, which makes it hard, especially with all this wind and stuff. I was able to net him. And this might be the biggest one I've caught. He is a beast. He's even bigger than the one I caught earlier. Took the blue-black Ned rig. Looks like right in the top of his mouth. I hope he did, because that's easy to get out. And it's better for everybody involved. Yep, there it is. Get my forceps. There we go. Easy peasy, buddy. We'll be back in the water in a minute. Okay, that's done. Look at this beast, though. Good God. Good God, look at that thing. He's a monster. Look at him. Just look at him, laddie. He's fucking huge. God, what a big, beautiful fish. Big, beautiful fish. All right, buddy. About your day, you go. There he goes. I knew there was something on that rock. I just knew it. God, what a nice fish that was. Holy cow. There he is, chilling. No big deal. He didn't care. He probably did care. He's probably ticked right now. He's like, I thought that was a really cool leech or something. I've been running the blue-black because I've seen a lot of leeches in the water. And I figured this is like, kind of see if I can hold it still there. That's probably pretty close to the closest thing I have to what a leech looks like. Nick has leeches. He's shooting for walleye. I don't know how he's gone so far. We're kind of in different spots now, trying to find some respite from the wind. But man, that was a nice fish. I wish you could have seen the fight on that. He was a boat puller for sure. Faux show. Okay, we're going to try this other big rock just down here. Still on the leeward side of this island. Man, that was a nice fish. Holy cow. That was a tank. Tank, I tell you. Awesome. Let's go get another tank. And hopefully something I can keep. I think 12 inches is what I need to keep. I don't think that's what it is, so that's part of the thing here. I've been either catching too small or too big. So in terms of eating, it's been a little hard to find one that's just right. Not too small, not too big. So let's try this rock out. The wind is really picking up and it's making it kind of hard to do anything. Kind of washed up on the rocks here while this little guy in. Little pike, calm down. Going back home right now. Get all twisted up. Come on. This pike is so unhappy. But I can't blame him, I guess. Yeah, I think I might be heading back after this one. Let's let the wind chill out or see what's going to happen. Our island's pretty nice, so we can even just fish that. So I might be catching dinner off the island tonight. No, don't get crazy now, dude. God, even these little pike, just jack up these Ned rigs. So, we'll get this hook out and let him go on his way. And then I'm going to head back, I think. Maybe fish my way back if I can. If I can find a way. That's the thing, this place, man, like I've said, I don't know how many times, the wind just blows from every dang direction. This makes it hard. I need to put something in front of my canoe to weigh it down a little bit. It's too light right now. I'm sitting too high. No, nobody wants to watch this. I got something here. And it looks like a big dumb pike. Okay. Looks like he's a keeper, so I might. God, what'd you do with my tube, dude? Just totally destroyed my tube. It's done. I'm probably gonna keep him. It's about noon, just in case the weather gets worse and I'm not able to fish later. And I'm gonna put him on a stringer, so like if I catch a bass, which is what I really want, that is the right size, I'll let him go. He'll be fine. God, he totally. Tube is gonzo. God, he just jacked that thing up. So we'll go ahead and put him on the stringer and just kind of hope for a bass. Conditions still not great today. And the only bass I've caught have either been way too small or just hogs, just hogs. So get this guy in the stringer here. And, at least I'll have dinner tonight, because that's a big thing. I want to make sure that I get something to eat. But not really. I'm kind of tired of eating pike for dinner, which is like good fishing problems, I guess. Okay, put my stringer and see if I can get a bass. The wind's a little quieter over here. I'm going to try it again. I was back here earlier.
Oh, this dude's angry.
Darker in color too.
He's really dragging now. He wants to go out to sea. Oh,
That's a nice fish. Wow. Holy cow, dude.
oh, there we go. So we're on shore fishing. Gear GoPro.
That thing. Dude, that thing's a tank.
So we're on shore fishing because it's been really too windy. I was about to actually head back out. I'm refilling my water bottle. I figured I'd chuck my line out and hello! Look at this big monster truck of a bass. Super toad.
I don't know. This island is a freaking gold mine. Right in the side of the mouth, blueback Ned rig.
Let's take another look at him before I send him along his way. Oh, shoot. Oh, you want to be in the canoe? Oh. It's fun. It's nice to do.
No, we're just going to take a picture and then you're done.
There he is. Booyah. Okay, buddy.
Be along your way. Whew. I didn't think he was that big at first.
That's a good fish.
Came up the shore, he really...
It's a real dark one too. Those
Yeah.
ones are cool. We got a good fanny.
So I'm still kind of looking for bass dinner, and I just found him. So there he is. Just still on the island. I don't know. Okay, I was thinking about going out, but I don't know that I want to now. Shoot. Just keep fishing right around here. This is on the... How'd you get that turned around in there? On the War Eagle. Right there. I got a little glitter, blue glitter clear trailer on him. He's good size though. That's the size we're looking for. Okay. Go on the boat then. Okay. We're going to put him on the stringer and take off that pike I caught earlier, who's just sitting under the canoe now. So that'll be good. Bass for dinner, which is what I was hoping for after a couple nights of pike.
Oh, we got something here. Ooh. He is a fighter. Oh, he spit it. Shoot. Dang it. I was getting blown into shore here. The shore must have spooked him. Dang it. Well, I've got the GoPro on. Let's see if he's still out here. He might be interested, who knows? Probably not. He's probably had enough of this crap. Ooh. Could have been a weed, could have been him. Come on, Ned Rig, do your thing. Oh, there he is, there he is. Oh. Wow, whoever this is, he is not having this thing. He is unhappy with it in his house. So let's do it again. Third time's a charm. Although I think this is the fourth time. Sitting right by these lily pads, I think. And he's running right for the boat. Oh. There he is. I found the lake monster. God, he fought like crazy. Unless it's a different fish, man. He was hyped. Okay, you're going, hop in the net, and I'll take the elevator out. Going down, going down. Get out. There you go. might have been a different fish. But I thought it had to be bigger. I thought it was a beast. There still is a beast in here. Where there's one, there are others. We're gonna give this point here just another shot because I really feel like that wasn't. I really feel like there is something else in here. Dang it, that first one was something. So we're doing a little bit of fishing. We took a couple hours off. Our dinner is set. We caught dinner around the island actually, which was pretty awesome. That's a lily pad. I don't want lily pads. And then we figured we'd head out for a little bit before we made dinner. Wind is kind of dying down a little bit, not a ton. Really windy today. I'm worried something's blowing in. Might be a rough night. Man, there's something hiding off this edge. I know it. One more. Then we'll shut the camera off. No, I probably scared him up, if anything. Probably scared him. Maybe not. Maybe not. This is just another little guy. Oh, no it's not. Oh no, this is a bigger guy. This is the one from before, I think. Okay. Alright. It's not huge, but it's also not happy. Come on. Alright. Well, if I hadn't already caught dinner, this would be dinner. But I already got him. This is the guy from before. I went back and found him. He is feisty, feisty boy. Come here. Come here, smallmouth. Ouch. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Too shabalicious. Shabalaba ding dong. Where's my forceps? Okay, you don't want to watch me take 20 minutes to do this, so. So I pulled up on this rock because the wind's still kind of nasty. I've been fishing it pretty diligently, and I got something. All right. First I Ned rigged it. Ned rigged it. Whoa, dude, you're going right back in. Just chill, just chill. Chill on this moss, it's soft. No, not the rock is not soft. The rock is hard. The rock is hard. Okay. Okay, you're gonna get undone here in 2 seconds. Okay. Alrighty then. So I Ned rigged all around where I thought the Ned rig should go. And then I went to my spinner because the Ned rig didn't produce anything, and I was thinking the way the currents are and where this rock is, and there's a deep drop off here, there has to be something. And there was. Little bass, let's get him up here. Little bass. He would have been a keeper. Okay, so tonight we're gonna smoke fish. This was our genius idea. It's a super primitive way to prepare fish. It's something we've talked about doing quite often actually. So we're actually gonna try it for the first time. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a bunch of wood together. We need to start a really hot fire so we have a nice bed of coals to put our grill top on, and then we're gonna put our fish on top of there. So we've got a roaring fire going right here, and the idea is we want to build a real hot fire. Now we're just going to kind of let it burn down, and once we get a nice bed of coals, we're going to put our grill grate over top, put the fish on that, and this kind of feeds small sticks. We don't want big flames because then we're just grilling at that point. In order to truly smoke, it has to be kind of low and slow. So this is definitely going to take a little while. Okay.
So what we've done now is we've opened up the cavity, and now we have sticks in there that are going to keep it open. We're going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on this internal cavity just to give it a little bit more flavor, and we're just going to set this on the grill. This is going to be a very, very, very slow process.
Get a look at what they look like on the grill there. Okay. Any words of wisdom, Nick?
No. It should be. You should take it easy. Get a nice cold bed going. Take it completely easy when you go through this. This isn't a fast process.
Let's hope the rain holds off.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Casey here, coming to you from the future, because I want to talk to you about smoking fish. What Nick and I are doing right now is not smoking fish. We're basically grilling fish. There are a couple of errors that you'll probably notice if you have ever smoked fish before. The first is our fire, as you're about to see in this next video clip, is way too hot. It's practically a bonfire at this point, and it really, you need time. It needs to be slow. Now, part of the problem we had here was we didn't have time. There was weather moving in. We could hear it thundering. It was starting to sprinkle a little bit, so we kind of threw some wood on the fire because we had to cook and eat now, basically. We didn't have a lot of time left. So that's one problem we had, was our fire was way too hot. The second problem we had was we had the wrong type of wood. We had fir tree is pretty much what we had on that island. We didn't have any oak, maple, any good smoking wood, and you're really not going to smoke with fir or wood from a fir tree, so wood was another problem. So heat, wood, there's two things we had wrong. The third is we should have had some type of cover over top of our fish, like even a rain poncho or something to hold the smoke in and to keep the heat in. So if we have our hot coals that are just coals and not just a full-blown bonfire, that covering, whether it be, even if you had a bunch of pine boughs or something, you could really like build like a teepee around or something to really hold that smoke in, that would have worked. So our fire was wrong, our wood was wrong, and we didn't have any type of cover, and really we didn't have the kind of time we needed. To do something like this takes hours. It really does, and we didn't have hours, especially with weather moving in. So we're going to try it again, except next time we're going to give ourselves hours to get this done, and maybe build like a little lean-to or some type of framework to lay our fish across. I don't know about the way we had our fish set up. We probably should have taken the heads off of them to help get the smoke through there, to kind of, get some air moving through our fish. That might have helped as well. So if you could, just play along, pretend like we're smoking fish, because that makes us feel good about ourselves, even though we did it pretty much all wrong.
A little flamey. A little too flamey right now, but it'll be all right.
So here's the finished product. You can see the meat is all white. I removed the spinal column and the ribs, but you can see the meat is all real flaky. This is super good for you. This is a real primitive way of cooking, and it doesn't have like a lot of excess things in it. Now I could come in here, put my lemon, put tartar sauce, put whatever thing I wanted. If I want to put honey in here, a little bit of hot sauce, you can do that. But that flakiness, that's really good.
Good.
So it's starting to get a little thundery, and the rain's, I don't know if it's really picking up, but it's kind of, rain is very rainy. So Nick and I have taken shelter in our little, check out our little oasis here. Got our little chairs under our front porches. It's a pretty sweet little setup here, but it looks like this is probably going to be the end of the evening. No fireside chat tonight, unfortunately, because I think it's going to be like rainy all night.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty crappy.
But I've got some tea, so that's okay. Everything's okay.
Oh, you got tea?
I got tea.
Nice.
Holla at your boy who's got some tea. Okay, so that's probably it for the evening then. Tomorrow we're gonna fish. We're making a move back to Blueberry Hill. And that's it.